Yes, to everyone, it's Ada from Poison Rock, and today I have the pleasure to have with me Occult Witches. First of all, how are you guys?
Good. Pretty good.
That's nice to see. First, congratulations for tumbling through the dark, which has been
Thank you.
released. And your sound, it's beautiful. I mean, I was looking for a band for myself, like your sound, since, I don't know, since I wasn't in the 70s, but let's pretend. Since a lot of times,
Yeah.
people are really fucking talented. I want to start, first of all, because of course people might think, let's introduce them because you are three of them, three of you. So let's start just introducing each one.
So I am Vanessa. I'm the singer. We're missing our guitar player though. He's not here today. He's working because it's 1 p.m. in Canada. So he's at work right now.
I'm down. I'm the bass player, and it's that.
Hi, I'm Elliot. I'm the drummer, and we've been together for 4 years now.
Yeah.
Since 4 years.
Since COVID, like 2020, I guess.
Since COVID. Yeah. So of course, it came spontaneously. It was COVID that made you choose this idea of creating this band.
Well,
I just came back to work, and Vanessa, she is in the shower. I just walked like at the bathroom, and I just started singing. So I was just like, "What the fuck are you singing right now?" So did you ever play a show or something like that? She's been like, "No, I'm too shy to play a show." So I was just like, "Okay, let's start a band." And I listen to a lot of graveyard and witchcraft. So because I play a lot in like grindcore band or punk rock band, and I really want like have a stoner rock band like 70s, not doom, like really dark song. So I just started to let's talk about. So
that's
how you meet each other, of course, even with other members. You just were friends since previously.
Well, we're together, like we're dating, and Elliot, I think they knew each other, and our guitar player was one of he went to high school with him, so
there was a kind of meeting and knowing each other, throughout friends of a friend of a friend.
Yeah, because I really want to have the best blues guitarist in the band in Sherbrooke. So I know my friend is fucking awesome. So I just call him just you want to play in a band, and just say, yeah, man, fuck yeah, just do it.
Let's do it. And of course, like you say, that there's kind of, because in Occult Witches, we can say they can be a little bit darker as a theme, but not dark like like the darkness of, I don't know, Black Sabbath, or the darkness with a kind of nostalgic way as well, way of seeing. It's kind of, I don't know, mystical, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like more like occultists. I know occultist doom or something like that. I really like witchcraft or graveyard or sleep roof, Dunbarrow. So
and I mean, like, since of course that you formed in 2020 and you released like the first album in 2021, but there was kind of some previous EP, for example, that you released.
Well, we didn't have any EPs, just a first album, but it was like we had a different drummer. We had a different drummer and a different bass player.
Because I play guitar.
He was playing guitar, and we were just starting, and we recorded this album like in a basement studio, and it was, we don't really talk about it that much. It's not
it's a still, it's a kind of still a frame of that moment that you lived. Because for people that don't know, we're talking about Morning Walk, right?
Yeah.
It's always nice to remember at the beginning, at least.
Yeah, it's cool that you can see like the evolution for sure.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So let's say that, of course, we can say that this was, like you mentioned, something more raw as well, because maybe that wasn't all the members. Well, we can say that was like the moment that Occult Witches were, this is our sound. That's how we are more stable now. doing serious kind of?
Album-là. Pas mal l'album qu'on va sortir, que c'est vraiment notre son, là.
Ben, le dernier, là.
Mastermind,
Well,
ouais, mais c'est plus parce que
well,
Jay, il était, ouais.
yeah, so I mean, the second album was for sure what we were. Well, we're getting better, but I think this album that is coming out is gonna be 100%. Because now, so the last two albums, we were 5, and we have a band member that left. So now we're only the 4, and I think this is the sound we've been wanting since the start. So I think this album is really gonna be us.
Yes,
Okay.
because the last guitarist, he really like neoclassical, like Gilmore's team and Paul Gilbert and stuff like that. So
More
we
hard rockish.
really like when, yeah. But we like to have like song really slow but fucking dark, you know. So
Yeah.
this album is gonna be really our sound.
So this is gonna be called, let's say, this new album that for the people will be out on the, like you mentioned, the 5th of July.
Yeah.
It would be like a turning point for the band.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
That's good because, of course, already in my opinion, I think it's for even more from Mastermind, that last album you released, there is a beautiful sound in it, and I think you created kind of like you said, like an evolution, but as well kind of I don't want to say fan base, but a print or something that create your own sound. It's just kind of, if you see the music scene, it's kind of unique. We don't have any occult witches around even Europe.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
Well, it's
I think each of us have different kind of backgrounds in music, and just all that put together, just
of course. And it came spontaneously to me ask to each one of you the major influences as well.
You can start.
I think me and Alec, the guitar player, we have more of a blues background, maybe.
Like Stevie Ray Vaughan or Philip Sykes.
Yeah, some things like that. And like kind of a 70s rock background too.
Okay.
I think Dan is more
de mon genre de musique. I really listen right now like a lot of jazz music.
Okay.
Or like really bassist playing solo like Victor Wooten, Jaco Pastorius, Steve Bailey. So I really like focus on that to put that kind of jazz in. So like yeah. So
there is a really even particular influences.
Yeah.
Cool. And what about you, Anna?
For me, I think it's hard to say. I listen to a lot of different types of music, but I think like for the singing, for sure, like girls singers like Spills, Spiders. These are 2 really amazing bands, and I'm learning a lot too, because I started by myself and never really,
You have an incredible voice.
A lot of like. Excuse me?
You have an incredible voice. You don't need too much.
Thank you. So I've learned a lot from like Sleepwolf and Graveyard, Dumb Barrow. These are really great bands that I for sure influences. Yep.
I think it's really like John Bonham and c'est quoi Buddy Rich.
Buddy Rich, Jan Pace from Deep Purple.
Jan Pace, he was such a good drummer. Even did a tour by himself all around the world, himself as a drummer.
Oh shit.
He came here in Sicily. Come on, we are lost in the middle of nowhere here. So when I got the chance to see him playing with a cover band, of course, but playing just only the drum without no one else, you can hear only jamming drums of Deep Purple. It was amazing.
Where are you exactly?
I'm in the deepest south of Italy. There is a Highland. She's known for the Godfather, but
nice.
A famille.
Exactly. You said this, but yeah, I'm not that far. I'm from 1 hour from the famous Corleone. So I can send you some Sicilian things. Like
how did you hear about us?
Because I said I'm friend with this guy Alexander. from Ethereal Tomb, and he has a lot going on, you know, touring all around the scene in Canada. Plus, he's supporting a lot of as well indigenous communities. So we have a lot of back and forth. And I got in touch. I don't know if the Black Throne production produced something throughout them. So I got Black Throne production between my, you know, Instagram friend and, you know, just watching. And I said, what?
Yeah.
And but out of nowhere, I received, I think it was Curtis, I think something like that. Some PR agency sent me your promo of the last single. I was like, what? I was looking to the band before. Now I got the kind of, let's say, the promo. Okay. So I have to, because everything was like, you know, clicking. So that's okay. That's too many coincidences in at least. Yeah. And as well, it's like really good music because, like I said, you have your own sound. And if we would really like to describe in your own word as a sentence, what you want to say about the sound of Occult Witches, how you would describe it?
We don't really know how to describe it really. That's what's special about us. It's just that we have different influences, and we have been playing together for a couple of years. So now we know each other well, so we can just mix it up together, and we don't talk very much about it. We just play it. It comes out really nice.
But I would still say that 70s rock is definitely. If you would have to put us in a category, I think that would be it.
Yeah, because we do a lot of show with like really doom band and stuff like that, and it's all good because they don't have any band like us in Montreal or something like that. But every time we play a show, like we have the big doom band just playing, all the crowd would just okay, and we just going to playing, all the people were just like, what the fuck happened right now?
You're bringing like, fresh air, like what's going on?
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's really 70s rocks or more darkness, dark.
Yeah, I think
dark hard rock, something like that.
Yeah, there's so many kinds, like it's hard to say.
Let's say that you put it your own genre by yourself. That's what we can say.
It's Occult Witches genre.
Yeah.
So
70s Occult Witches. Sometimes someone might think, well, maybe Crowley sound, something like. I don't know if you ever heard about Mr. Crowley. I think he has a house here in Sicily. So yeah, we have here the Telema Abbey, which is his house where he lived. So it's a countryside house, nothing bigger, but with all the paintings from the when he was doing his rituals, let's call it like that. Yeah. Even Led Zeppelin, Robert Plant bought, pieces of the window. I don't know why, wooden window. Yeah, for auction. And now there is all these people going there, of course, destroying it because they never keep things in a good state. But it's kind of let's say that the whatever they took care of this place is trying to put it like a museum because you have paintings and made paintings there in the wall, which are cool to see something. Really cool. Yeah, belong to the esotericism, the occultism world. And he was kicked out of Sicily, and that's when came back.
Oh, yeah. They were scared.
Yeah, there was the horrible fucking Mussolini back then, and he was not getting along with the church, so they take him off. Back to UK, and that's when Black Sabbath started to do Mr. Crowley.
Okay.
Let's say that here there is for people that are into occultism, they speak Crowlenian language, you can say.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah. Yes. But of course, since we're speaking about in general topics, how about lyrics-wise? Because of course we mentioned a little bit about as well witchcraft and this kind of occult sound. But what is the main, especially from the last single released, the narrative, the lyrics behind the topic? But we can even speak about in general if it's easier.
Well, I'll speak for the latest album that's coming out because I write all of the lyrics.
Okay.
So how I wrote this album, my friend lent me I'll go get the book, okay?
It's okay. Don't worry. There's always the cutting part.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of a recorded interview.
So I have a friend who lent me this book.
Okay.
A really, really big book.
And then see that you read it.
Yeah, and I don't know, I didn't really have any inspiration, but I obviously we're called Occult Witches, so I wanted to be like about that. And so I just opened the book, read some things. Oh, that's interesting. And then I would write a song about like just some things that I read in here and just make up some stories and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, this one talks a lot more, you know, about Satan and making deals with the devil and just like witches rituals and, you know, witches getting burned, stuff like that.
Yeah, well, we had a lot going on that around the world. You know, it was something that many as well of the witches, they were just herbalists at the end.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that as well, like, so this story, this, let's say, because of course people might think that you went, like, just to say, it's just story that you write, you wrote like, your own thought, like, because of course they may think, oh, maybe she went to research, you know, do some research. So you just wrote like stories and inspiration, like.
I did, yeah, it was more inspiration, but for sure I did some research
Okay.
about some words that I was using that I didn't really know the meaning, and I was like, oh, like if I put this in the song, I need to know what it's really about, you know. So I did some research for that, but for the lyrics, it was really just
following your inspiration.
De Sleepwolf, il est capable d'aller jouer avec des mots genre dark et tout. Que tu peux aller chercher. Là.
Ouais.
Ouais.
Yeah, so that was yeah. But I've been it's a lot more compared to the other albums because I don't really have any background in writing any music. So the first album you see, there's not really any rhymes or any stuff like that. And then, you know, I did research on that too, like how to actually write music.
But so, it's all, as well, like spontaneously, it's beautiful when it comes, because it's always your transposition of your own thought about the topics. So it's always beautiful how you think it, even if it's because.
Thank you.
Because even even I think the rawest thing is the most beautiful.
For sure, I do think that too.
Yeah, because if we have to be all, you know, like with this, let's call it AI shitty things that is going on.
Yeah,
I know.
Thank you. You're one of that bad. Thank you.
And I know some people do use that, you know, but I'd rather like not write for months than, you know, go look on AI and trying to help me write lyrics.
Or do like some Northern band that use, for example, all the rune alphabet as a lyrics, just repeating all the runes all the time. Even
I have songs that I repeat myself. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the saddest thing is that there is people that are creating AI video, for example, and selling. I mean, this is a job that even each one of us can do. It's sad because when we have such beautiful art, the musical video, which is said the rawest is always the beautiful. Because I don't know, because it's expensive having a professional music video, but you can even take your, I don't know, phone, your camera, and just recording.
Exactly.
I mean, this is the best. That's what I think any of us want to see, the band rehearsing, the band, the chemistry, the music, not figures there and the fantasy world. Please, that's too much.
And we have a lot of friends that are artists too, you know, so we want to support them 100%, like for graphics, for, you know, covers, or we would definitely never go with AI for that.
Yeah. And that's important, like you mentioned, the support between, you can be an emergent artist, you can be a super successful band, it doesn't matter. The effort behind an album, behind an artwork, it's always the same. So, like you said, it's fair to support, no matter what, anyone. Even when, for example, you sell, I don't know, a CD, a tape, or vinyl, and you say, oh, it's too expensive. Well, it took me times. Or it's too expensive.
Just the record is fucking expensive, but so we want to concentrate our money. Like every time we do a show or something like that, every time we just take the money and put it in the studio record. We never take like
A cut. Yeah.
and so it's with that we can do a good music, because the sound engineer is one of the part of the band too. Because without him, we are fucked. So.
And he's really amazing. His name is Olivier Béliveau, and this is our third album with him that we're doing, and he pushes us to do like nowadays you can do your double voices and stuff on the computer. He really wants us to do everything in the studio. Like I sang like 20 times the same song, for melodies and stuff like that. So he's really pushing us to do like the most,
and
and all the drum, like the drum recording, he's tried to put exactly the same drum of John Bonham when the record. So we have old console, analog console to record that. So we're not really digital. We really want to have the sound of 70s. So
which I think is the best, when you can hear the soul, the essence, the core of of the music of the band. And
we don't want it to be like clean, we don't want like the digital, like we like to hear all the little all that.
Well, because when it's too clean, it can be beautiful whatsoever, but sometimes I think, and I found this really annoying, that even the band sometimes, or musician, actors, they're trying to do the clean work, but make it seem as raw. So they are trying to ruin it, even if it's perfect. Wow.
Yeah,
exactly. Just take all the fucking recorder tapes and just do that.
Exactly. But sometimes you don't have access to that for sure. But
I think if we go to another studio, like big studio or something like that, then we're not gonna have the chimie.
The chemistry with
the sound engineer. So because I can do a take, and I was like, oh yeah, it's the perfect one, and Huddy is gonna be like, no, fuck it, do it again.
And he actually sang, like, there's some background that the guys are singing. He sang with us. He even helped me like complete a song, like lyrically, and he's really amazing. Yeah.
So it's kind of finding as well, like a member of the, let's say, an extension of Occult Witches.
For sure.
That's important, because you can be seen as kind of an example for all the youngest guys, especially band that are starting. And there are these kind of like this wave of we were saying AI whatsoever, just to be more grounded on the earth, like we are living in the world. I know we have all these Zoom things whatsoever, but I mean, we wouldn't know each other otherwise. I wouldn't be able to listen to your music if you would.
For sure,
exactly.
But it's just, if we can keep it real and true, like at least what we can. Just let's keep it.
I think, it's worth taking your time and make something more real than just just computers. Sure.
Even just get out, and especially if you live close to the woods, which is important, just go out and take a walk, see the real life. There's too many young teenagers stuck with this all. I found out what it was Discord a couple of days ago, and I said, what is that? Maybe because I'm from the 80s kind of, so like, what the fuck is that? So
who is what is what?
It's Discord. I think it's an app, kinda.
Yeah, a chatting app.
I don't even know what that
is. You see, I found like a couple of them. I was like, what is that? Why should I have it? It's good for poison drugs. I don't care. I'm using a laptop, a small webcam, and a fucking light, that having all these setup studio with a super microphone. I am in my bedroom.
The ring light and stuff like that.
They say all the time to me to buy all this professional equipment, but I prefer my bed, my room, my house. It's the best thing. Why be? I mean, you're professional if you're going to some gigs. Maybe just take a camera and a recording with the phone, whatsoever you can record. But of course, we were just went out a little bit to talk about chit-chatting. But just coming back to Stumbling Through the Dark, because this is the first single released of the new album. How what is about mainly this so speaking lyric wise about this single?
I'd have to reread my lyrics, to be honest.
I love that.
If you ask another question, and I'll go like.
So let's. Okay, if you want, you have time to read. No, like in general, like why you, for example, we can say why you choose this one as the first single to be released.
Because every time we drop a single, like the first single we drop is "Ghost on the Highway,"
Okay.
and the second one is "Vow." So we really want to put the song in the album. They're gonna be more like punchy, more like more intense. Then after that, you can listen to the album and you can see all the different genre we can do.
Okay. So
yeah, we stick really like the fast music releasing. So
we can expect, like we were saying, there will be a second single release as well, and a third one. So we can expect
just two. Yeah.
We can expect the other one like a crescendo of intensity.
Yeah, the second one is
decrescendo.
Yeah, the second one is really like I think the slowest song we have. But you can be high on this song, so
okay. So kind of that psychedelic, occult.
Not really psychedelic, really like bluesy, like slowly.
It goes slow, fast, back slow, and then really bluesy.
I think
it's a really long song, I would say.
I don't think it will need to be high. Maybe with all the song will be already high with all the changes.
Yeah, you can be high, just being sober listening.
So
whatever you prefer.
Let's say that for those who take trips, that could be good advice, just to have a kind of a safe trip, let's say.
For sure. Safe trip for sure.
We are not against anything. We are free. We live in the free world, so we are accepting everyone. But of course, like I said, so in general, it has a name, the album, we can say the name of the album, or it's still kind of a secret. Of course, if we can't, it's okay.
Parce qu'elle va me demander ce que ça veut dire, je me souviens pas, fait que je vais juste dire qu'on va attendre avant de le dire.
Ouais, mais tu pourrais juste le dire. Ouais, ok.
À moins que toi, tu te souviennes.
Ça veut dire quoi? Non.
I think we're gonna wait to say the name of the album. Yeah.
But like I said, there will be, like I said, it will be like it's kind of a turning point album. We can say it will have a lot of slow tempo, but as well intense sound and deep sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have every songs never sounds the same. Like we do a very different genre with each song. So
yeah, and we have like how do you say a song without lyrics?
Instrumental.
Like instrumental. We have an instrumental, we have like a very blues song, we have some slower, some faster, some really 70s like
in the instrumental I really want to try a jazz song like Victor Wooten. So we plug like old school, not old school, but like medieval music.
Medieval, yeah.
With jazz in it, and for really sound really good.
It's a kind of experimental as well.
Yeah.
That's cool, but don't put the word prog, because sometimes people exchange with experimental with prog.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I really like the sound and the really this, I don't know, this vibe that you created around you, because I think it's really, like I said, and I said again, it's unique. And speaking about the live shows, you're already planning some live, you're already having some live shows, of course, for people that are, I think, right now in Canada or in Quebec at least.
Yeah, we've done quite a lot of shows actually. Last summer we went on our first tour to Quebec and Ontario, so we did like
Ski, Quebec, Sherbrooke, Montreal.
We went all the way to Toronto, and we did it with a band from Toronto on the tour.
So how can I say thanks, guy, for the interview? And girl, so I should say thanks, woman, for the interview, because it was really a pleasure. And of course, once the album will be released and out after your first maybe show release, we can do an interview and talk more in depth about the album this time.
It would be our pleasure. Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure. Have a good rest of the day and here of the night almost.
Okay. You too. Thank you.
Bye. 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 Bye.